Smartwatches are extremely prevalent now in the tech world. They aren't that hard to find now either. Samsung, LG, and Pebble. Those are just a few of the many smartwatch makers around. But one I've always really liked was Motorola. They've revolutionized the industry and still do, but when they released the 360 Sport I was having a hard time liking it, but maybe it's just me. Why don't we take a closer look? I'm Andrew with iTechTriad and this is the video review for the Moto 360 Sport. Starting with the hardware, the 360 Sport is tough. It's built solidly and doesn't feel like it's going to crack under any pressure. The rubber covers most of the watch and gives an athletic feel to the device, which was their aim. An athletic waterproof smartwatch that anyone with a heartbeat would be able to enjoy using. But I had a couple issues with the hardware. First off, the band is non-removable, and that's a kicker right there. The fact that you can't switch out between the bands you want really does put a dent in the enjoyability of the watch. Adding to the band cons, it's fully made of rubber. That doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when I tried to put it on, I had a lot of trouble actually tightening it because of the friction of the band rubbing against itself. Once on though, I have to say it was pretty comfortable. The 360 Sport is IP67 water resistant as well, so you don't have to worry about shorting the watch out if you tend to sweat a lot or if you wash your hands too vigorously. I still wouldn't swim with it on though. Something else I had an issue with was the display. Now, I understand that it's a different display than the 360 and that it's meant for outdoors, meaning it's designed to look much better outdoors. And it does, but here's the thing, it doesn't look good indoors. Most of our time is probably spent indoors, whether or not we're outdoor people, and to me it just didn't look good indoors at all. Viewing angles were rough, and it's not color accurate, and it doesn't bode well. It is pretty accurate though when it came to touch response, and I didn't have any lag while using it at all, which is a good sign. It does have GPS as well, and that's a big plus if you run a lot or bike and you want to know how far and how powerful your run or ride was. Battery life is pretty decent. I can get just about a full day off the Sport. Battery was never an issue either, so if you do get one, you don't have to worry about that. It won't last as long as an original Pebble, for example, but it definitely will last longer than the original Moto 360. So with all of that said, and keeping in mind the price is $300, I personally wouldn't buy it. Its cons aren't enough to convince me to get it for $300. No removable bands and a rough display aren't huge problems, but they sure do put a damper on it. It's not a bad watch, it's just not for me. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed the review. Please like and subscribe if you'd like because we have videos like this out weekly. Thanks for watching.